Here's a thought of the night. If you have to say that something couldn't be made today because it would be problematic, maybe it's okay that it couldn't be made again. That's just a thought. I think so there's this ongoing discussion about whether art that contains excessive racist or sexist or homophobic or just any bigotry related jokes or just content in general, like there's a line, like how much you can get away with, unless you're going to be very clearly painting the person or persons involved in said comments or actions as the obvious bad guys. I think some people are in the camp of, that's how art is made, is by pushing the limits. And then there are people in the camp of there are other ways to be funny. And that shock value doesn't necessarily mean that the humor is worthy of attention, I guess. And I realize both camps have a point. And sometimes I feel like a bit of a prude for being in the latter camp of, there's no reason to go down that road in the first place. Because I think there's a place for gross or crude humor. I'm not saying there isn't a time for it or a certain audience that has a great appreciation for it, because I know there is. And sometimes I am in that audience, just not all the time. I think I appreciate art/humor that is for as many people as possible. The inclusiveness of everybody gets a chance to laugh together is fun for me. Again, that doesn't invalidate niche humor, but I think looking back at old entertainment that features bigotry of any kind in a character for the sake of a joke or for the sake of making a point, but the point is cloudy because the characters are the protagonists. I think there's not even close to a fine line. It's just a thing that is problematic, honestly. And I can't get behind it, honestly. I think there's also something to be said for when a person from a group that has been given less of a voice and pushed down says, hey, this isn't funny, or hey, this isn't doing what it's intended to do. I think that perspective is worth listening to, and maybe trampling it is not accomplishing anything. Because I'm not saying that just because you're a part of one of those marginalized groups, that doesn't mean you have a monopoly on humor. Far from it. But I do think that if you present a scenario and you say, this kind of sucks, it's troubling to be told, no, it's not that. It doesn't suck. It's fine. It just was of its time. What does that mean? What does of its time even mean? Like we don't watch Gone with the Wind because it's racist and sexist. And it was definitely of its time, honestly. I mean, that's just a basic example in pop culture, but I don't know. It weighs heavy. A lot. Especially as a member of the queer community. Because if I'm being honest, we have enough muck to climb out of in the entertainment industry. And being edgy or crude for the sake of proving a point that homophobia is gross. Why are you making us work so hard to be on a level playing field with everyone else? What's the point of that? I'd love to just be represented equally in the first place. Just because there's straight sexism doesn't mean there isn't. that doesn't mean you should be like, oh well, because of that, homophobia also has a place in entertainment. That's not how that works. But that's what it sounds like when those words are said. At least to me, that's what it sounds like. And I'm just one person, and I could be wrong. And yeah, again, sometimes I feel like a prude. But I just want some equal fucking representation that doesn't first make me work for it. Doesn't make me crawl through just heaviest feelings. Of old-fashioned homophobia. I don't even have words, honestly. I'm tired. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm tired. It sucks. Maybe I'm just oversensitive. I don't know. But if that makes what I think invalid, then I don't know what to tell you.